You know, there are some people out there that say that stopping drinking is the hardest thing that they've ever done in their life. It's always a struggle, it's always a fight, they've always got to resist drinking. Then there's people like me who say that there's nothing hard about not drinking alcohol. Not drinking is simply an exchange, where you exchange something that did nothing for you for a lifetime of freedom, of happiness, of joy. However, regardless of whatever school that you're in, whether you're finding it hard or you've found it simple, there's one thing that will make stopping drinking impossible. And this can catch so many people off guard, even if they say that stopping drinking is easy. So please, if you're trying to stop drinking alcohol, please watch this video in full. And just before we get into it, if you actually want my personal help stopping drinking in the Sober Clear program, where we help people reframe the way that they view alcohol, please click the link in the description. You can jump on a quick call and we can see if the Sober Clear program could be a good match for you. We typically work with business owners, professionals, executives. We help them reframe the way that they view alcohol, and then we use coaching and a community to really focus on building a great life without it. So if you want details, please click the link in the description, and now let's get into it. So one thing that will 100% happen to you when you're on a journey of not drinking alcohol is you will have negative emotions. There will be days where you're going to feel stressed. There'll be days where you feel sad. There'll be days where you feel like you just don't even want to get out of bed. There might be days where you feel grief when family members pass away. Listen, you will feel negative emotions at some point. It's part of the human experience. But in this day and age, when you feel a negative emotion, what is the instant reaction? Well, it's one word. It's to escape. We feel a bad feeling and we instantly want to get rid of the bad feeling. We don't necessarily want to address the root cause. We just want to get past that feeling. And what do people do in these situations? They often act impulsively. They'll pull out their phone. They'll check social media. They'll scroll on Instagram. They might have a coffee. They might watch pornography. They might play a video game. They might even smoke a joint. God forbid, they may even drink alcohol. But basically, they'll do anything except feel the bad feeling. And I just want to promise you one thing. Bad days are coming. Sure, when you don't drink alcohol, you're going to have some of the best days of your life, and you're going to be able to remember them. You're going to have some of the happiest moments of your life when you don't drink alcohol. You're going to create the best memories ever. But life isn't always perfect. Listen, I'm a really positive thinker, right? I love to think positive. I love to see the best in things, but I'm also realistic. And I know that not every day is going to go perfect. When those bad emotions come up, you've got to know that it's okay. It's okay to feel bad. You don't need to feel like a machine all of the time. What can sometimes happen is when somebody stops drinking alcohol is they have a bit of a honeymoon period, right? They're used to feeling like crap all the time. So then when they remove alcohol and they get past that initial first few days, it's like this amazing feeling of clarity, of energy, of just feeling on top of the world. But those feelings can sometimes be short-lived. For some people, it lasts a few weeks. For some people, it can last even a couple of years. But eventually, something happens where they don't feel great. And in this day and age, we just want to immediately escape those negative emotions. But the most important thing is for you to accept them. Is to accept them and not fall off the wagon. It's not to revert to how you might have behaved for the past 20 years, right? You might be so used to feeling stressed after a hard day of work and pouring yourself a drink. Having an argument with somebody, pouring yourself a drink. Just feeling a bit blue, pouring yourself a drink. You might have had a track record every single time that you feel bad, you have a drink. And the most important thing that you need to do is you need to accept feeling bad and not fall off the wagon. Because do you know what? I'm not going to lie. You might get a few minutes of relief, right? You might get a 20-minute period where you're just like, do you know what that's going to cost you? Everything. Because it's not just about that 20 minutes of relief. By taking a drink, by choosing to drink alcohol, you start another chain reaction. That chain reaction can last decades. You know, I've had people that have booked a call to join the Sober Clear program. They're really like just motivated. They're ready to do it. And they say, Leon, I just need to sleep on it to make sure. And I swear on my life, some of those people have booked a call a year later. They had a window of opportunity to make a change. And I don't know what happened, but then instead of deciding to do something like join a stop drinking program, and it took them a year to find that motivation again. So just know that when you're feeling bad, you don't need to turn to the bottle. Just keep going and don't fall off the wagon.